Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Apex Racing Cup Series here on Full Throttle Television. Tonight we are in a little foggy Pocono Raceway here in the Pocono Mountains in Long Pond, Pennsylvania for the Pocono 200, the Apex Racing Cup Series in action. They got their playoffs going on, second race of the playoffs, and it brings us to a very tricky triangle, Tony, and looks like the conditions are going to be a little tricky as well.
Well, yeah, we had the pleasure of actually broadcasting a Pocono race last night, and it was nice and sunny. We know the actual Pocono is probably covered in snow right now, and they're probably getting much worse weather. But this is kind of in a mix. And, yeah, I'm kind of in a close cam because the blimp cam really isn't doing much for me. So maybe when the session changes, it's going to be a little bit more bright out. I mean, obviously we don't have lights here at all, so I hope it doesn't get any darker.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to go through the transition a little bit quicker with these guys with their 2x wear or 2x sun acceleration. So we are going to get towards the late afternoon hours here at Pocono. So we'll see how that works out for the weather. But let's talk about the track, man. We talked about Pocono being a tricky one. All three corners being different. Turn 1 having some banking. Turn 2 being a quick little cut through there, kind of like Indy, and turn 3 being a flat sweeping corner brings you out to one of the longest straightaways in NASCAR. A lot of these guys have a lot to think about coming around this track.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you got the heavy banking in turn 1. Turn 3 is real flat. And turn 2, we even talked about it last night. You got to hit turn 2 there's like a sweet spot to it. And it could really catch you off guard. It's a real dangerous corner as well, especially when you're too wide. Anything could go wrong. Sometimes you see a car get choked up there and maybe back up the field a little bit. But we got the long straightaway, which is the longest in NASCAR. But then that second straightaway, though, it's got some distance too. So you're still picking up some high speed going into 2.
Yeah, you can see some risky moves being made too, trying to make passes into turn 2. It can be a little tricky. Kind of goes with the name of the track there, but can be tricky to make those moves into turn 2 because the groove is so narrow. You get those big runs down that second straightaway. You want to make those moves. You want to position your car, but it's hard to get through there too wide. 1 and 3 are kind of wide, but they're turn 2 narrow. It can be a little treacherous, I guess.
Well, yeah, and there's really only one good line. Every other track, or every other corner, I should say, not turn 4, obviously, but 1 and 3, you'll see a lot of guys running different lines. Some guys like that outside groove in turn 1 to get the momentum down that second long straightaway. But then same thing, too, if you're running too wide, the outside lane's really good in turn 3 to kind of get you down to that big main straightaway. So, but turn 2, no, there's like one, again, sweet spot line to go through there, and everybody wants to try to be there.
Yeah, we talk about turn 1, 2, and 3. There's only one driver that's going to make turn 4, and I call turn 4 the turn into victory lane after finishing this race. Somebody's going to get that checkered flag and move themselves into the playoffs. Moving stuff forward anyway. Looking at the playoffs, we got Braxton Ackridge with that win last week. He takes over the points lead over CJ Gates, Trevor Dyer in third. Again, the playoffs, but we're running the chase points format for 10 weeks. CJ Gates right there in there, but he lost a little distance. He came in as the leader and comes out in second with Ackridge with that win last week.
Yeah, we saw a really great race last week as well, and the 11 ventured through. He's definitely ahead of the points right now. We made the mistake. We were thinking it was kind of the playoff format where you had eliminations, but no, these guys are going to be duking it out the whole season or the rest of the season here for these playoffs. And, a win might not get you into the next round, but a win's definitely going to help you to keep that point lead.
Yeah, you got 7th place, 100 points or more back from 7th on back, and those guys are going to have a lot of clawing to do to kind of get back into this. Ryan Floyd, Cody Pierce, some of the other guys, LaRiviere down there, Friel having his issues last week. We saw that. Those guys are going to have some issues trying to get back up towards the top, but you got Burton up there, Travis Burton in the 45 being strong in most races we've seen, Trevor Dyer in the 43, CJ Gates in the 42. Those Toyotas right there, tough. And, of course, the Toyota and Ackridge leading the way with DuBose in there in the top 5 as well. So we'll see what those guys can do here at Pocono. Looking at the series schedule, we are here at Pocono. Next week we're going to be at Michigan and then going to Kentucky, which should be a lot of fun seeing the action there on the Bluegrass state track. I don't know what I'm trying to say there, but Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun seeing Kentucky once again on the schedule there. But again, tonight we got to get through this one first.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. There's a lot of fun tracks coming up. A couple of somewhat cookie cutters, but not necessarily. But yeah, Kentucky, we don't really go there too often. I don't even do we still even go there, but it is a pretty fun track. It's kind of reminds me of a little bit of a Kansas, and yeah, I think some of the guys like it as well. And yeah, we got to get through this triangle though first, which is going to be. It's kind of good that it's here in the earlier end of the the playoffs because if you're not great here, you got a little time to make it up. But if you are good here, you want to capitalize on it. You want to try to move up in those points.
We're going to see who's good at playing the triangle tonight. As we here at Pocono Raceway, we'll go to our starting lineup for the Pocono 200 for the Apex Racing Cup Series. On pole tonight is my favorite Wendy's machine. The number 91 Jacob Booth getting it done in qualifying. Is going to start from the pole in his number 91 Chevrolet. On the outside of the front row, the 43 Trevor Dyer and his Toyota. Another quick lap for him. He's going to start on the outside of the front row. Braxton Ackridge in the number 11 will start from the third position. The number 11 Toyota going to be strong tonight. The fourth spot going to go to Matthew Ruddick in the number 7 Spire Chevrolet. Fifth spot for the 5, that is a Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet of Michael Alexic. Starting sixth spot, the 42 CJ Gates. He's going to be coming from the third row. Seventh spot's going to go to the 45. That is Travis Burton in his number 45 Toyota. And to the outside of him, the 84. That is the Legacy Motor Club Toyota of Ryan Floyd. Ninth spot going to the 44. That is Thaddeus Frill. And 10th spot, Matthew LaRiviera in the number 77.
All right, then we got Ian Perkins starting 11th in car number 48. Cody Pierce, car number 9 in the 12th spot. Dalton Zuprina in the 13th spot, car number 71. James DeBose, car 17 in the 14th spot. Zachary Zukovsky in the 15th spot in car number 40. Landon Rainey in the 16th spot in car number 24. Kyle Cortez in car number 25. And he's your 17th guy out there. And that's it. That's all we got. 17 guys tonight. So this could be some good points nights for some of these guys that are in the battle. And I didn't see everybody's name in there, but I hope all of our playoff contenders are actually in the field tonight. Unfortunately, though, with the small field, they're not going to be able to make really highs or lows. And even if they do have a bit of a bad night, it might not hurt them too bad. But we'll see what happens, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. This looks like everybody kind of getting lined up here on the Long Pond straightaway. You'll notice on our ticker, like I said last week, our playoff drivers will be marked in gold. You'll be able to notice where your playoff drivers are there, and of course red for the regular drivers here rounding out this season. And I got to tell you, Tony, I'm impressed that 91 Jacob Booth. He's showing some speed already tonight, taking the pole here.
And I'm trying to think of the maybe he's got that hot chili powered, or I'm trying to think of a Wendy's thing, because I used to work at Wendy's back in the day. But yeah, he's out front in the Frosty machine, the Biggie machine, and let's see if he can have a big night tonight, a Biggie night, I should say.
For sure.
I'm trying to think of the puns for Wendy's,
Well, we'll see. He's leading them to green. Really quick tonight. Quick service. We'll see if he can have a quick run into turn 1 as the pace car peels off. Green flag flies, and we are off and racing here at Pocono.
Well, yeah, everybody's off to a good start. We got a few guys that are a little bit back in the field, though. Shouldn't hurt them too bad. Although this is a track that you can lose the draft, especially down the front straightaway. We saw a lot of breakaway action last night with some of the cars in the lead pack, And eventually, if it stays green, we're going to see these guys really, really spread out. We're going to have cars all over this track.
With a 43, Trevor Dyer saw the green, and he took off, and he is now your leader over the 91 to Jacob Booth, who falls to second. And the battle is on for third between the 42 of CJ Gates and Matthew Ruddick in the 7 way high through turn 2.
Yeah, they're kind of duking it out. We saw a lot of this, too, yesterday, especially on the opening laps out of a caution or even the green flag. A little bit of duking going on out there, and some good racing, it looks like. Everybody's just trying to find that spot, and you're going to see, too, they're going to single file probably once we start getting there down the straightaways and the long straights. But then in the corners, you're going to see them just fan out.
Absolutely. Still a couple of 2 wide here as we're fighting back here for, it looks like 5th and 6th spot. That's the 11 of Ackridge, Michael Alexich. Actually, Ackridge, I'm showing in an all-black car for some reason.
I was going to dare say my training pace is bad, but, you always say it's user error, but all right, so it might not be user error, because, I don't see him in anything but a black car as well.
He does get around the 5 of Alexich, so he takes over 5th spot. Trust us, guys, that's an 11 car somewhere under that black paint.
He's got the black car with the black numbers and the black sponsorship, so yeah. It's a stealth car.
Here comes Travis Burton. I thought he was going to challenge Alexich off the corner. He ducks back in. Behind him, Brian Floyd, Thaddeus Frill side by side. Frill in the 44, Floyd in the 84.
Elvis, we got Trevor Dyer still out up front, and we've been seeing him doing this, week after week. He's up front, really good opening few laps. Can he, continue the groove and, seal the deal here? Jacob Booth, though, right behind him. Although Jacob, we were just talking about turn 1 being turn 2 being a killer, but turn 1 actually he lost a lot of momentum on, and CJ Gates is starting to kind of climb on his bumper a little bit. But they're under a tight little field.
Rich and Landon Rainey back here side by side with Ian Perkins for 10th spot. Perkins using that top side, able to get around. A couple of teammates there, too, the 48 and 24 from Hendrick Motorsports. And here comes Matthew LaRiviere from the Spire, number 77, to join the fray.
He stepped out of line a little bit to try to see if he can maybe capitalize on one, but was not able to do it. It's always the trick going on the straightaway. You might have a run on the guy in the 3rd place, but then when you try to drag race down that front straight, sometimes you just might not be in the line of draft.
Something just happened to the 11 of Ackridge off turn 1. He went from 5th spot. He's now in 8th. He's lost a couple of positions. Travis Burton and Thaddeus Friel both getting around him at this point.
Let's see what happened.
Yeah.
Going in turn 2.
Get back here.
It almost looked like he actually just let him by.
Let's see what happened here. I got a replay right quick. Into turn 1.
Oh no, he did get a little loose. Okay.
Skating around. Oh, we saw that a lot last night. Yep. He got loose, but he held on to it. Really solid move to kind of hold on to his car right there, and it cost him about 3 spots, but he still has a car to race with.
Yeah, we did. We've seen a lot of guys too. You either get. We saw one guy hit the apron. We saw one guy in the middle of the track, but they all spun at the exact same spot.
I tell you, one guy making moves early on. That is the 42, CJ Gates, up to 3rd spot, up 3 positions from where he started. Gained a few kind of quickly there, and is now on the back bumper of that 91 Wendy's machine.
He's been gnawing on Jacob Booth there for a while, and while this happening, though, Trevor really he hasn't really pulled away more than a half a second so far, but he's holding that strong. Just kind of going through the back of the field too. We got a couple of real late stragglers, Zachary Zukovsky and Kyle Cortez, all the way in the back of the pack. And they're just crossing the start-finish line as some of the cars are in turn 2 already.
Yeah, shout out to Zach there. He chimed in on our stream last night. He's looking forward to tonight.
And I see, we got KBG rooting on Zachary. And Corey Clark, he finally got the night right, so he's rooting on the 9 tonight. Well, and then Donnie Batista's in here, and he's rooting me on. Thanks, Donnie.
Oh, okay. There's Zukovsky back here. Kyle Cortez goes around him. He's just hanging out back here, kind of taking care of his stuff.
Well, again, they have what, an 80% fuel tank. So then let's start with the fuel tank. And I think, what did you say yesterday? A full tank will get you what, about 33 laps?
33 laps. So what's 80? Oh, we got contact into turn 1. The 71 into the back of a car on entry, up into the side of LaRiviere in the 77, I believe.
Yeah, 77, 71. Actually, got into the 9 first. I think he had to check up for the 9.
Yeah, we were just talking about Cody Pierce, and he almost got in the back of Cody there on entry, and it shot him up the track. I thought we were about to have our first caution there.
I know. I think he actually did make contact with Cody. Cody was just kind of going easy into the corner. So that's the one thing too about this track. And sometimes you get lost out here with the three corners. You can't necessarily remember where you're at sometimes.
I mean, there's one corner less than what you're usually dealing with.
I know, but they're so different. And sometimes,
actually,
especially down the straightaway,
I shouldn't say that.
Kind of in that tunnel vision,
Shouldn't say that really because, I mean, usually it's 1 and 2 is 180 degrees, and then 3 and 4 is 180 degrees. And it's the same corner. So I guess you could say there's one more challenge than usual.
Yeah, they call it tricky for a reason,
Oh, it's going to be tricky. Yeah, we saw it last time. Oh, we got a car up high. It's Ian Perkins into the wall in turn 2. He's going to fall back into the clutches of Landeraney here. He's going to look to the inside. A couple of 300 cars in your view right here. The 48, 24, and the 9.
Yeah, it looked like Cody Piercy actually kind of gave him a little bit of breathing room there. That's some good teamwork, too. You got to wonder, too, and I'm trying to figure out the fuel calculations, too, because we said, 33 laps, but I know some of the guys, even after the race last night, they had about maybe 6 more laps to go. So I'd almost say that you could give maybe close to 40 laps, but then you got to do 80% 40. And that's going to be about 32 laps, right?
So you're right in the 33 lap range again.
Exactly. So, and if you figure we have an 80 lap race, there's really not too much fuel saving going on. You could equal, I mean, you're obviously not going to be able to make it a 1-stop. It's definitely going to be a 2-stop race for these guys. Just trying to do a little fuel calculations out there.
I tell you that you got to factor
estimated fuel calculation.
You got to factor some stuff in there too, because with the fewer numbers out there, you got to imagine that there's more of there's more of a chance that we go green here. So you do have to, the fewer the drivers, the more you have to start figuring in. Okay, when do I need to make? The strategy becomes even more important because you're probably not going to you may not have a caution to make those pit stops.
Right, exactly. And if you figure, if you can get 33, I mean, with 2 stops, you could technically do 99 laps, but you got to remove almost 20 laps from that to the finish. So you're going to have a 10-lap pit window, and obviously everybody's going to have to split it in 2. So I'm assuming, we're only at lap 10 right now, we're probably going to see some pit stops coming in, maybe about 25, maybe 20 to 30 lap. 20 to 30, I'd say. Some guys might come in.
We shall see. Everybody kind of spaced out right now, especially your top 4. They're kind of evenly spaced out. There's a pretty big gap back to 5th. Alexich there. Everybody just kind of finding somewhere to run. And what I was going to say is what's going to be tricky tonight for these guys, I think, is the passing. We saw it last night as well. I mean, you get to the inside of somebody, then they get that draft with the cars on the outside on the straightaway and then just come right back by you. It's just so hard to position yourself and finish that pass that some of the guys get a little desperate at times.
Yeah, and it is. And it's, again, too, like if you can beat somebody out of 3, unless you have draft help, it's kind of hard to get any momentum, unless you have that initial momentum. Although I'm looking at Ackridge right now. He's on the outside of the 44 at Thaddeus Friel, and Friel got a little tight there, and he was able to make that pass. But if you're dogfighting, if you got good, clean exits out of 3, usually the car on the outside is going to win just because there's more draft help up there. And from what I'm hearing, too, Ackridge's paint job is all black. It's meant to be all black, and I got to zoom in on it. So maybe I got to zoom in on it myself here to take a look at it. But, it's something we need to look at on screen. I hear it looks good. Oh yeah, there is a little bit of some matting going on with the progressive.
Yeah, because I saw something about them running maybe running a silver paint scheme, and so that's what I was expecting when I saw this. I was like, oh, it's got to be a mistake, but maybe not.
Well, I could say it's definitely not the brightest, flashiest car out there right now, but yeah, you get up there pretty close. And
well, you said it was stealth. That's probably a good way to explain it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's
stealth.
A lot of matting on there, and it's a progressive car like you've been running before, but yeah, up close it kind of looks pretty neat with the red spoiler, little red tidbits on it.
Oh, I do see that there, yeah.
Again, bringing out, we said it last week as well. I mean, every week he's been coming up with a different paint. I mean, I assume some of the other guys are probably doing it, but I have not seen anybody do it to the level he's been doing it.
Get the 45 right in front of him, Travis Burton. He gets a little high through the tunnel turn. Here comes the 11 underneath him.
Yeah, and he's got that matching kind of red flare to it, and I'm curious if that's just for playoff. I don't see too many other guys running that red scheme. Trevor Dyer's got it on there. Well, CJ Yates has it on there as well. Yeah, so CJ's part of it. So yeah, maybe that little red spoiler touch is playoff guy.
Again, all of your top 9 drivers are playoff drivers, except for the second place guy right now, your pole sitter, the 91 of Jacob Booth. And this is the closest battle right here. This is what I was talking about with the passing. The passing can be very difficult. You try to get under somebody through the corner, and on exit, they get that draft down the straightaway, get that run off the top, and it's really hard to complete the pass. But the 11, using that now to his advantage, is going to sweep around the outside of the 45 and take that position for good. Albeit a lap later than he probably wanted to. It just took him some time to get around him there.
Well, we got quite a bit of racing to go. 65 laps to go still. So, yeah, take your time. Maybe save your stuff. And we've been seeing the 11 too. He kind of has a little bit of a slow get-go, but then usually, about midway to the race, he starts coming alive here. And again, you can almost even run this race like a road course where you kind of work backwards. If you plan on it going green, you can kind of calculate your fuel based on that and just kind of run it in reverse to maybe maximize fuel consumption and tire run and all that.
Right on board with the 44 Friel. Georgia Pacific paint scheme number 44. And looking forward at Travis Burton here. Still battle for 7th and 8th. Nothing doing right now.
Yeah, and everybody's pretty much single file and strung out. And not really much bad. Except for the Friel and Travis Burton right now. They might be making a move here in about another lap or so.
Gate still pretty close to the 91 of Jacob Booth. Just hanging around right there. And you're right, the 43 really hadn't driven away. Just about a 1.2 second gap between first and second. Second and third pretty close right here.
Yeah, he's been slowly pulling away. I mean, his last lap was a 54.3. Jacob Booth ran a 54.0. And CJ ran a 54.1. So, I mean, CJ's running a little bit quicker than both of them. But, yeah, Trevor's still pulling away from those guys. He's still putting some gap on them. Just the averages of the run. I mean, we saw yesterday, too, the clean air is king. We saw 2-tire strategy work later in the race. And we might be able to see something like that again tonight. That clean air is just it's so advantageous. Advantageous is what I'm trying to say.
Anesthesia?
Yeah.
Anesthesia.
Anesthesia. Yes.
So 16 laps in the book, 64 to go here. 80 laps you're being your total race here. And you're right, we got to start breaking that down. 33 30 laps. We'll see what happens, see what these guys decide to do here. Cody Pierce besides Dalton Zaprina right here. 9 and 71 side by side. Actually, 71 able to take that position. Ian Perkins now also side by side. Sorry, he is side by side with Dalton Zaprina. That was Cody Pierce and Matthew LaRiviere behind him. Yeah,
they're all, again, they're really not doing too much fight back there.
71 sideways off turn 1. He hang on to it. He's going to slide across the track. Going to try to keep it off the wall. Still no caution. Now the caution comes out as he backs. I was close, right in front of Kyle Cortez right there. But the caution is going to fly here as the 71 loses control off of turn 1.
Wow. He did a great job keeping it off the wall. Everybody did a great job staying off. Actually, when he kind of gave it some gas after he came to the stop, he did tap the wall a little bit. But during the spin, he didn't tap at all. Wow.
He had his hands full coming off the corner. Let's go back and look at it. Our instant replay. Watch the 71 coming off the corner here. Loose on exit. Oh, right in front of the 48 there, I believe. And gets sideways again the other way. Comes across the track. We did have a car. So the 77 maybe touched the inside wall, trying to avoid that. Let's go back and look and see if we can see. What's that? The 77 in Riviera there. Let's see, coming off the corner.
He was real low, yeah.
Sees it. He goes low, gets in those bumps. Oh, he did bounce off the inside wall there.
He did.
So he's going to have some damage. He's probably got more damage than the car that actually spun.
What's wild is he actually has. He got some left front damage from an earlier incident we must have missed. Yeah, it just got a little bit worse there, though.
But you see how bumpy that is down there. That apron on the backstretch, man. It's like they just went through and poured asphalt over the grass that was there. So it's getting up.
Yeah, that was a Friday afternoon at the 5 p.m. job.
All right, well, we're gonna get them racked and stacked again here. Dalton Zaprina gathers it up. Everybody continues on here. We're going to start maybe seeing some pit stops here as these guys are going to come down, and this is going to mix up your pit strategy and your pit window.
Well, yeah, I would imagine the whole field's coming in, and that's what it seems to look like. So this actually does put you in a kind of a wild spot, though, because if we do stay green for the rest of this race with 20 laps in, it does tighten up that pit window. Again, we were talking about 33 laps, so at this point, everybody should be able to make it now, only with one stop. Oh, I just need Trevor Dyer overshot his box. It's probably not going to help him too much exiting. He's probably going to lose a couple spots here.
Let's see what happens here on exit. See if the 91 can capitalize with that first pit box on exit. Looks like he will. He's going to roll off as your leader. The 91 is going to take the lead here.
Yeah, CJ Gates follows him right out. And like I said, trying to see where Trevor's going to be rounding up at, but he's almost down to
he's
7th.
Looks like he may be farther back than that. It's almost looking like maybe because he let a couple guys by there.
He did, yeah. I wonder if I'm going to have to go back now and take a look at his pit road speed. I wonder if he sped.
He's settled in here. Let's see if he pulls over and lets anybody else by. We've seen pit road be the nemesis of the 43 a couple of times this season.
I'm watching him go on entry. His entry's pretty clean. He had 56. Pit road speed's 55. He had 56 a couple times, so no harm, no foul there.
Yeah, he's settled in behind Ackridge, so it looks like Ackridge just beat him out there. So we get a good look at that number 11 here off the 43.
Yeah, his exit was clean, so probably just a little shuffle and jog there in the position. Hey, is that the sun? It's starting to get. I think it's starting to get a little bright here.
It is. Trying to burn off the haze here at Pocono.
That's right. Yeah. This means I could almost maybe go back into the blimp.
Nah, not yet.
It's not that good yet, but it's a little better.
Looking at her, let's see her TV3. Yeah, it's still pretty foggy out there.
Yeah, I've been on the TV cams now myself, so.
So to reset here, so we got 2x2 getting ready for a restart. Jacob Booth comes off pit road as your leader. The 42 of CJ Gates in second, Travis Burton in third, Braxton Ackridge up to fourth, and Trevor Dyer, your leader coming in, drops to fifth spot. So we might see a little moving and shaking here. How do you like your Frosty, Tawny? Shaken? Not stirred?
I like it, where it's consistency, where you can actually drink it with a straw. You know, I was never a Frosty and the spoon guy. I would let it melt a little bit.
What about the fries? Frosty and the fries.
Oh yeah, you definitely put the fries in the Frosty. Don't put chili in the Frosty, but yeah, the fries are delicious.
Chili? What?
I said don't do it. I mean, I've never done it. I wouldn't recommend it.
Don't do it. I didn't even thought about that.
But the fries in the Frosty, I mean, that's awesome. And I'll tell you though, too, Jacob, he held off CJ quite a bit for those first 20 laps, so he might be in the catbird seat right now. It just depends on how quickly Trevor could get there.
Get an exciting restart here. You know, they got the fan out as they go off of the turn one. We'll see what happens as these guys come off turn 4. The pace car peels off. We enter the restart zone. Jacob Booth leading them down. CJ Gates on the outside. Green flag is out. We're going to try this off into turn 1.
CJ actually got a pretty good restart, and Jacob's getting a little bit of help from the 45 there of Travis Burton.
Here comes the 43 to the inside of the 45.
43, yeah. He's not wasting any time. He's like, I'm not going back.
There's the 11 of Actors to the outside of the 43 as they enter the tunnel turn. Oh, and behind him, we got contact, the 45 and 44. Here comes Alexis 43. To take advantage of that.
The 43 and 11 actually had a little contact on the exit of the tunnel turn there.
Ackridge able to get around, so Braxton is to third. Trevor Dyer back to fourth.
Now we get CJ Gates out in the lead. Let's see if Jacob can kind of get up there, and we'll see how tough the 11 is going to be to pass. I mean, I know the 43 probably wants to get back there, but again, he ran the first 20 laps in pretty much clean air. He is in dirty air right now, and he's probably still working through the car, what the car's doing.
Yep, 42.91, 11.43. The 91 continues to be the fly in the ointment for these playoff drivers, man, but he's doing a good job hanging in there, showing that he should have been part of this playoff. You know, when you miss the playoffs or you miss the cutoff like that, your goal suddenly shifts. It's funny how that works out. It kind of suddenly shifts to like, let me go show these guys that I should have been here.
That's right. Well, you know, and what are you racing for? You're racing to maybe help a teammate out, maybe to kind of steal some points away from the other guy, to maybe help one of your teammates out. And yeah, again, retribution and redemption is kind of the name of the game. Like, yeah, I'm still going to come on here and I'm going to have fun at this, my favorite track, or, you know, this track I really like, and go out there and do my job.
43 bouncing off the wall off of turn 1 there. Got that dirty air of the 11 that kind of pushed him up the track. Lost some ground.
Yeah, well, about a lap back, they were fighting for lap 3. They were fighting through lap 3 with the 11 and 43 were side by side. The 11, though, had the outside line and was able to kind of get that draft, so he, you know, and the momentum. And that's going to be the tough thing for the 43, especially if the 11 continues to stay on the outside for turn 3.
So he runs
the
top.
Have to really play. Yeah, you got to run that top.
Run the top for turn 3. Does he get a run? He kind of stalls out here behind the 91. Now he gets a little bit of a run. Right to the back bumper. Trying to get that biggie bag.
He's trying $5 biggie bag, too. All this happened in CJ Gates. He's enjoying that clean air. And he's thinking, yeah, the view from out here is pretty nice right now. Started 6th, up the 1st. I believe he is, looks like the hard charger for tonight so far.
And good news for us, it's like this fog is starting to burn off a little bit too. You get down on these in-car cams and you're like, oh, it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit clearer out here. I gotta see what the time is. Hopefully, you know, with the 2x time, hopefully we don't get into that realm where, oh yeah, we're only at 2:30 p.m. right now. So these guys should be pretty good.
Starting to close up front though. CJ Gates, Jacob Booth, Ackridge, and the 43 of Trevor Dyer all starting to close up on each other, a little bit closer.
Yeah, they did. They definitely choked up that top 4 right now, and they're really starting to put a little bit of distance on 5th place with Thaddeus Friel. Although Thaddeus has got his own company with Matthew Ruddick and Alexis is still back there as well. And you got to wonder though, how many of these guys, again with pit road and whatnot, just to maybe save a little bit of tire. Let this stuff come in towards the end here.
So they pitted on lap 19, so we'll factor that in.
Well, they should be able to make it till 52, maybe even lap 53, and but again, it's going to be kind of a tight pit window. I'd imagine these guys are going to be pitting. I mean, to really make it, you're going to be anywhere from say lap 46 to say lap 54. That should be the pit window if we stay green.
Up a little bit. You see the 91 start to kind of inch in and start to try to make a move on the 42 on entry, but it's cost him here on exit. Does the 11 have a run? Looks like he's going to stay behind the 91 at this point. And he kind of closed it on entry again, like I said, but he kind of cost him on exit, got a little tight on exit there, and he's lost a little ground to the 42.
Well, he's kind of playing the delicate game right now, being the meat in the sandwich, because if he does get out of line, that's going to allow the 43 to sniff the draft of the 91. So you got to play that game where you don't want to give up to the guy behind you. You don't want to try to attempt to pass and then get past in the process. And that's
did you say
that's kind of where they're at right now.
The meat in the sandwich?
You mean the meat in the sandwich right now?
The burger in the Dave's single, maybe?
He's the patty in the single. That's right. There you go. You just don't want to put too much cheese on it.
Yeah, came in there with a little too much cheese on the entry there. He kind of backed it up that time, got a really good run through one that time.
Yeah, but again, he's kind of playing that delicate game there too. But again, even the 91, Jacob Booth's starting to kind of close in on CJ Gates too. If he can find that run around, he's in that same position where he does not want to kind of get out of the draft line and get to the 11, that the momentum line and the draft line, because there's a heavy draft here, especially on the straightaway, the main straightaway, but even going from 1 to 2, there's a big long runway there. And yeah, you could definitely lose or gain a lot of momentum depending on who is your drafting partner.
So Travis Burton back here racing with Michael Alexich. Burton in 7th, Alexich in 6th. Right behind him, Matthew Ruddick as well. All these being playoff drivers too. But they've lost a little ground. You were talking about Thaddeus Frill there in 5th spot. Kind of lost ground from your top 4. Him and Alexich kind of lined up now. Let's see if Alexich passes or tries to pass or tries to push here. Neither at this point. He kind of backs off through turn 2.
That's really the ideal place to catch a guy and pass a guy is in turn 2. I mean, it's probably the most dangerous part of the track to do it, but it's also probably the safest because it's such a high-speed corner of the 3. And, again, if you can hit that sweet spot on the other guy that you're trying to pass, you maybe force him out of that sweet spot, you can make that pass pretty easy. But again, man, there's such a tight grouping though with some of these with our first pack and even that second pack.
We got passes for second as the 11 goes to the outside of the 91. Here comes Trevor Dyer trying to follow him through, and will do so. So down 2 spots for the 91 as Ackridge gets to the outside. 43 kind of moves across the front of the 91 on entry at turn 2 there. Kind of cover that off, and here he comes on the 11. The 11 having an issue on exit of 2. Here comes the 43 to the inside. A little contact maybe into turn 3.
Maybe.
Maybe. I'm not really sure. It looked like it could have been.
I got to go back and rewind.
There's the 11.
There might have been a little paint rub there. Yeah, they had to go back and look at Jacob Booth there too. He got kind of stuck down on the inside of turn 3 and kind of, I've been saying, the 11 was able to maximize that exterior line. And
43 just bounced off the wall in turn 1 again. That opened the door for the 11. 91 got it a little bit too behind these guys. He's trying to follow the 11 through as well.
If you look at it too, it's kind of reminiscent of a plate track. The odd man out in that draft line is the one that's going to just fall back like a brick. And we've seen it now with the 91 and now with the 43 as well. And
did you say fall back like a brick?
You're going to fall back like a brick, yep. I got to use construction terms. You know, that's kind of my thing here.
You're looking at the 11.
And tasty Wendy's burgers.
Yeah. Well, it's all 42 up front, gear wrench. Go ahead and make something of that.
Well,
He's using all his tools to maintain the lead, I guess.
I got a bunch of wrenches too, not any gear wrenches, but yeah. He's enjoying that clean air, and you know he was able to have a great restart, put him out front. You know, got that spot from Jacob Booth right off the get-go. And
battle for second zone again, Tommy. It's hard to interrupt, but they keep swapping this out back. The 11 had a little bit of an issue through turn 2 there. It's going to stick to the outside of the 43 through 3. Oh, 43 holding him tight on exit. The 11's going to have that run. Going to be able to get it done and hold off the 43 for the time being, although the 43 is going to hang there on the left side.
Well, they're in a struggle right now. They're both kind of fighting for clean air and draft at the same time, it looks like, because, you know, again, I was just about to say with CJ Gates, I don't even think he's looking at him. He's just out there hitting his marks and letting these guys do whatever they're doing. He's pulling away from them now.
Yeah, side by side's he's able to open it up with these guys running side by side here. Ooh, 91 almost in the back of the 11. 11 backed it up. 43 charged into the corner. 11 backed him up there and able to get a run back around him.
Yeah, it's a pretty good dogfight here. I mean, again, we're not even halfway. These guys are really fighting for this position here. Again, points don't pay till lap 80. But they, I don't know. I don't know if either one of them right now. I don't think either one of them have anything for CJ because they can't get around each other. Yeah,
and that's what I was going to say. You keep battling each other side by side here, you're going to lose opportunity to get to P1. So you got to be careful with that. Here comes the 11 using that outside lane. 43 up the track just a little bit. Still side by side as they come off turn 1.
Well, I'm watching the 91 kind of. He's got a bird's eye view of what's going on in front of him, and he's just probably just looking at the the menu board and not even ready to order yet. Just like, yeah, you guys just keep monkeying around, and I'm just saving myself behind you.
I'll tell you what, the 43 is moving around a lot on the track there. He looks really stable.
They're both fighting, but looks like he's got the somewhat clean air. I mean, he's got a little bit of distance to get up to CJ, but the 11 might not be fighting him right now.
See what happens. The 11 of Akron's going to fall in the fifth corner there on the bottom. Does he get a run here? He does. 43 protects to the bottom. Here comes the 11, strong on that outside. And actually, here comes the 91 to kind of come with him.
Well, that is the beautiful uniqueness of this track, and that's what kind of makes it tricky. It's just it's the passing attempts, but the multiple lines.
Three wide,
yeah.
43 moves to the bottom of the block. Ackridge backs out of that, says, I don't think I want any of that. Maybe he does. He's coming through the middle. 3 wide off turn 3. What is some amazing racing here. And they're going to carry it 3 wide into turn.
Got a 1.5 second lead.
Turn 1, still 3 wide. 91 into preferred lane, so 91 actually going to retake second spot here off turn 1. So move Jacob Booth back into the second place position as Trevor Dyer and Braxton Ackridge continue to battle behind him.
Well, when you see the guys in front of you screwing around as long as they were screwing around, they can't have. Neither one of them could have been saving. 91 had an opportunity to save, and maybe he did. And we're 16 laps into this run already on tires, so his tires might be coming in right now. I mean, I've always been the type of racer where I'll let a guy go, especially if it's early on. Yeah, 11 just tapped the wall there, coming off 3.
He did. That looked odd there.
Yeah. Almost like he almost spun and caught it right away.
I don't know. That almost looked like somebody walked in the room and asked you a question. You got to turn to answer them and turn into the wall. Been there, done that.
And I'll tell you though too, if you look at we were talking about Thaddeus Friel a little while ago. He had what 2.5 second. He's down to 1.5 second now off of fourth place. So yeah, all that screwing around really kind of brought all those our second, third, and fourth place car back to the fifth place car, and all it did was extend CJ Gates' lead right now. Again, we still got pit stops at some point.
3 wide again back here. Burton, Alexic, and Matthew Ruddick coming off the corner. Is it still 3? Not quite.
And Braxton's actually in for a pit stop.
He is. He's coming to pit road. I just saw that flash up too.
It's probably not a bad time to come in. The problem is, though, I really don't think he might have enough. I don't think he's going to have enough fuel to make it to the end.
I'm telling you, I think something's going on. He had to. You see the 43 and 91 side by side through the tunnel turn. 43 washes up. 91 still there, going to carry the momentum off and reassume second place here.
Yeah, well, the 43 definitely is not liking the dirty air. He's been really struggling with it since he overshot that pit there.
Yeah, all this happening 1.6 seconds behind CJ Gates. And the number 42 loves to see it. And his cars are getting smaller in his mirror.
Yeah, and he's not really crushing them as far as lap times either. 54.2. Jacob Booth ran at 54.3. Trevor had a little worse lap, but again, CJ Gates is not really, smoking them, but he's just out there running a pretty steady line, looking pretty clean and straight and stable. I haven't seen the car really get out of shape at all. Just enjoying that clean air. Although he is hitting some lap traffic. I think that is Zachary Zakowski in front of him? No? Zakowski?
Who are we talking about?
CJ, I think he's got a lap car, I believe. Yeah, he's catching lap traffic.
Would that be Ackridge?
That might be yeah, that is Ackridge. Okay, yeah. So Braxton almost goes a lap down. But yeah, he should have the better tires, so he should be able to stay in front of him. Again, though, I don't see how he's going to have enough fuel now. I feel like Braxton's going to have to maybe come in and pit yet again.
Got a battle back here for 11th and 12th. Landon Rainey 24 up. Oh, up into the 77. He's racing side by side through the tunnel turn. And looks like the 77 is going to take it, although the 24 is not giving up yet. He's going to dive off into turn 3, still underneath the 77. Looks like 77 is going to win that battle.
Yeah, that momentum. Yep.
Battle for second on again. Trevor Dyer, Jacob Booth. Booth on the outside, Trevor Dyer on the inside, trying to make that inside work.
Trevor got that spot last lap, at least when they crossed the line, but
Booth back in front as they head into turn 2. I'll tell you what, Trevor Dyer is trying to get all in the mirror of the 91, but it is not working. The 91 has not flinched there. And as a matter of fact, trying to make those aggressive moves left and right on the entry of the corner there to try to get the 91 to flinch. Kind of cost the 43 some space. 91's kind of spaced out there. Kind of grew his gap between him and the 43.
Well, yeah, that gap now is 7/10. But they're actually closing in on Jacob Booth. Since they stopped screwing around with each other a little bit more, they're starting to catch CJ.
CJ,
yeah. Yeah, not Jacob, sorry.
Well, Jacob's doing the catching.
Jacob's doing the catching.
The 17 of James DeBose is on pit road as well, so he's made a pit stop.
Yeah, I kind of feel like this might be a little early, although, I mean, our fuel mileage could be completely way off. But I would imagine if you're only running, they can only get, about 40 laps yesterday with running 100% fuel. And I don't know if these guys are shifting or not. I'd assume, I know they were shifting yesterday in the open setup race. I assume these guys are shifting here as well, just because of the nature of this car.
And the gearing may be a little different.
The gearing might be different too. So, yeah. I don't know. I just kind of feel like midway, like, oh, I'm looking at James Bosa. He's still in pits.
I see that too. Oh, 91 Jacob Booth into the wall off turn 1 there. Pretty good hit, but he maintains the second spot there, maintains his gap on the 43. Oh, I don't know. He's all over the place. He's on the apron through the tunnel turn. I just wonder if maybe he's hurt the car there.
Yeah, he may have dipped that nugget in the fryer a little too long.
Oh, he's sideways. He's coming to pit road.
Oh, yeah, he's pissed. Ouch.
I wonder if this is scheduled or not. Maybe he was trying to fiddle with his tires and fuel that lap, trying to come to pit road. We'll see if he exits the pits.
I don't know. I kind of feel like the way that car kind of flipped a light switch as far as the handling goes, I think he's got a little bit of damage, and he just needed to bring it in. Again, though, I'm not 100% sure on fuel, but I don't know. I can't imagine these guys are going to have enough gas.
We'll watch that. We got a battle between the 7 of Reddick and the 45 Travis Burton here. Through the tunnel turn, the 7 is going to get that position as they run on the back of the 5 of Alexis here.
You know, I think these guys back here, they've had kind of a quiet night so far. They're kind of running their own little groove in their own little race, but they've been pretty much packed up for most of this race now.
Yeah, good little battle
you got
here.
Cody Pierce you got Cody Pierce kind of sneaking his way into this advantage.
7 lifts early. You saw the fire out of the tailpipe, trying to let the 5 go. 5's going to follow him, come through. Here comes the 45 with a run as the 5 gets tied on exit. 45 to the inside of Alexich. Here comes Burton. Gonna take that spot.
Yeah. That's the textbook pass out here. If you can kind of get him in turn 1, get side by side with him, maybe even beat him to turn 2, that is a good pass strategy around here. Yeah, you saw 45. Take care of it. Got the spot.
A little up the track on the exit, though. 3, it's going to open the door for the 5 to get a run on it. And what does he do here? Does he push? Does he pull out? He is going to pull to the left and try to make this pass into turn 1.
See if the 5 can maybe, throw a little reversey card right at him here. He's still kind of side by side. Oh, no, he wasn't able to clear him on 1.
Lost some momentum. Here comes the 7, though, to take advantage of that. Here comes Reddick to the inside of the 5. You give a little, you take a little.
Yep.
5 way up the track. Here comes the 7 on the inside. Still side by side as they hit 3.
It looks like the 7 might be able to prevail, but we know how that outside line is, and that Alexis is going to have the draft of Travis in front of him. So I have a feeling by the time they hit 1, Alexis is going to be out front.
You are correct.
Reddick, entering 1 though too. You got to worry about Cody Pierce right behind him. So I mean, it's kind of the same, and that's the tricky part of this track. It's just trying to manage the lanes and the lines, and there's so 3 different corners with such different approaches and departures, or exits, I should say. It makes it really, really tricky, especially trying to get a pass. 45 was able to do it pretty easy, and that's probably the easiest way you're going to see a pass done around here.
What is that bright thing in the sky?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the sun. The sun is out. That's going to change the characteristics of this track too.
It's still a little gloomy out there, like they've had a big firework or a 4th of July barbecue out there. But yeah, it's definitely getting a little better. I have not yet gone to the Blumkamp, so We're still in the TV camps right now watching this.
That's skating around through turns 1 there. And I can report, too, unfortunately, Jacob Booth has parked it. He is done.
Yeah, he's only showing 1 lap down, so I wonder if he kind of came back out on track and try to get a lap out of it and see how it felt.
I'm watching CJ Gates, too, though, in the 43 of Trevor Dyer doing everything he can trying to run down CJ. Almost ran into the wall on the exit of 3 there. And I think they are catching the 11 just a little bit. Who's in front?
Yeah.
They're about to put him a lap down.
Well, I think that's kind of what's happening with CJ. CJ's actually starting to pick up the draft of the 11 a little bit, but it's also kind of hurting him without having the clean air, and it's kind of bringing Trevor down now too. Because that's down to about a half a second between first and second right now.
You know, we talked last week. We talked to Ackridge after he won the race. He said this was not one of his better tracks. So I can't say I'm too surprised. He's having some issues tonight. He ran the wall there, made a pit stop, and came out. Now, if that was kind of a planned move, you know, if that was the plan to pit there, if that was a scheduled pit stop, the last thing you really want to do at this point, though, is to be giving those guys, those leaders that you were fighting with, give them draft, because all you're doing is helping them now at this point.
Well, right. Unfortunately, though, he didn't really know where he was going to pull out of the pit stall to see where he's at, so he really didn't have any control with that. Looks like we got a rainy 24 coming in now.
Ian Perkins in as well. A couple of the Hendrick cars hitting pit road.
Okay, yeah. Perkins is in. 84 now coming in from what I'm hearing over the radio. Ryan Floyd will be pitting next. See if we get any more takers. And I mean, with lap 50, these guys should be able to make it based on some of our calculations. I mean, with 30 to go.
Yep.
This should be a safe pit time. And
You
it kind of splits up. Well, it even splits up where you had originally got tires after that first caution.
And I was going to say, you wouldn't think this would be a hard pit road to get onto, and it's really not as far as the entry of pit road goes. But hitting that line comes up a lot quicker than you expect on the entry of the pit road. Like, it's a pretty sharp turn down there, and you really got to time your braking to get down to pit speed in time. We see a lot of guys speed coming to pit road.
Yeah, well, it's that quick jog to the left, and it is a quick pit road. I mean, you can do 55 down here, but it's still, you're coming off that corner, and you got to find that balance too, because there is a bit of straightaway that you still want to have some speed getting to. So you got to kind of pull out of 3, get into the gas, and then kind of slow down to get into the pit. And it looked like, Matthew Reddick had also went in. We got a couple other guys too that I've been hearing on the radio that are coming in as well.
Our leader.
I haven't seen them just yet. Oh yeah,
42,
there you go.
CJ Gates
And
to pit
43
road.
coming in. Trevor Dyer as well.
They did. They hit it pretty good there too, as long as they weren't speeding. 45, 44 coming in right behind them. Cody Pierce in the 9, Zaprina, LaRiviere, a lot of guys hitting pit road this time by. See if Kyle Cortez is coming in. All these guys hitting pit road except for Alexich. Alexich in the 5 stays out 1 extra lap.
Yeah, Kyle Cortez is in. I had heard him over the radio. I'll tell you, Braxton got lucky. He didn't go to lap down, so he was able to stay ahead of him before they pitted. But unfortunately, he's going to have a tire deficit right now when they do come back out.
Watching Alexich here through the tunnel turn. I'd expect him to come in this time by. You don't want to stay out there too long on those older tires. Lose some time. We'll see how that works out.
Well, CJ got a great pit stop too. He
made me
he
a
was
liar.
able to get out of. Yeah, well, like I say, CJ got a great run. I don't know exactly what the time difference between him and Trevor is, but there's a good probably 2, maybe even 2.5 second deficit right now for 43.
So it's about 4.3 seconds.
Oh, wow, that much.
Yeah. So you're right. CJ having a great pit stop there. Want to get back into this playoff discussion here after a less than stellar night last week out at Dover, trying to rebound here. Of course, a lot of people had trouble at Dover. You remember that race was one to kind of struggle through.
They had a little hard time getting going, but we didn't see that today, thankfully. but it was a fun race after they were able to kind of work out the restarts and the start actually. And here comes Alexich
Yep.
finally in for that stop.
Alexich hits pit road. I'll hand it back over to CJ Gates when he gets back around here. I'm just watching this third place battle. You got Friel, who will eventually cycle to third. Matthew Ruddick right behind him. Ryan Floyd and Travis Burton all right there together. Now, if they can work together, there is something to be said for the draft. If they can work together, there's a chance they could run down at least second place. But right now, the gap from what will be second to what will be third in itself is 5.9, almost 6 seconds.
Yeah, I know. I was just looking at that too. Yeah, you're right. 6 seconds. I mean, there's enough laps to get it done. But like you say, you're going to need a little bit of maybe not necessarily teamwork, but some cooperation with the four of them. And you even had Cody Pierce kind of outside that group right now. The five of them, if they can link up, they might actually have a shot at trying to get there. And even Alexis, is kind of in that picture as well. So we might have 6 cars that if they can link up, it could be like a super speedway race. And they can easily catch Trevor. I just work together, don't fight each other.
Well, that's the question. Can you, as race car drivers, we all have an ego. We all want to be leading, so got to put that aside and hopefully work together. As the 7 has issues off the corner. Here comes the 45 of Travis Burton to his inside.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's kind of what you don't want. You definitely want to try to stay together, get in that line if you can do it.
The draft
not
works.
Necessarily bump draft.
The thing is, a track like this, it works great. The draft works great on the straightaways, but you get in the corners, getting that dirty air, and it can be a detriment too. So it kind of works against you in those areas.
Yeah, I'm trying to look to see too who we have up there as far as teammates go. The 44 or 45. Not the 45. That was Ryan Floyd. The 84. He cracked the wall really hard. Allows Alexa to get by him. Wow.
Yeah, Alexa's going to have a few laps fresher tires too, but he's got to work through this traffic.
Well, he might be, if he can get up there and get by these guys where it's not really hurting them as a group, he might be able to lead this pack a bit.
Ackridge going around the 71 of Zaprina. That is for 9th spot. Or is he? Might be Zaprina going around Ackridge here. Let's see what happens going through turns 1. Oh, living up the track just a little. Oh, he's loose. He hangs on to it. That was close racing between him and the 71. Looks like he got tied off the corner. That's going to hand the 9th spot to Dalton Zaprina.
Yeah, the 11. And again, the 11's going to have to pit again, I'm pretty sure.
Now the 71 loose through turn 2.
Yeah.
They come right back together. But you're right. I think he will have to pit again, or he may have to pit again here. And
I think he's already got, 10 lap older tires? I know you can check your cheat sheet, but I'd assume it's around a 10 lap mark where he pitted way earlier than everybody else.
He's got 14 lap older tires.
14, oh wow.
Than Dalton Zaprina there, so.
The one battle I think we're going to be seeing in a little while is that battle for that lead. Trevor is he was at 4.4? He's got that down to 1.8 right now, and just sniffing that lead right away. He's definitely making some grooves because Thaddeus is 8.7 seconds behind the leader right now. So that group, if they really want to try to catch even second place, they're going to have to really start working together because they're losing time big time.
Well, I want to say this before we run out of time and something changes. You look at the 4 spots up front, all 4 Toyotas, but more importantly than that, 42, 43, 44, 45.
Oh yeah, look at that. They can if they only planned it like that.
Yeah.
Put it in sequence.
But I will say that, again, the Toyota's showing out once again here. You got the Legacy Motor Club 42, 43. And then the 44. I think it's Legacy as well. And then 45, of course, 2311. You got a couple of Chevys, the 7 of Ruddick running the 5th spot for Spire Motorsports, and the 5 of Hendrick Motorsports, Michael Alexich in 6th spot. 7th spot goes to the 84 of Ryan Floyd, another Legacy Motor Club Toyota. Right behind him is at number 9 for Hendrick Motorsports is Cody Pierce. 9th spot going to the 71 of Don Zaprina in the Spire Chevrolet. And then, of course, 10th spot being Braxton Ackridge right there behind him, the 11 for JGR.
Yeah, I'm still kind of keeping tabs on our lead. I mean, we got a great number sequence going on right now, but I don't think Trevor Dyer is going to. I don't think he really cares about that.
Is he not going to play alone? Come on.
I don't think he's gonna. Yeah, I just have a feeling he is slowly still reeling in CJ Gates, and they're both on equal tire strategies. So, I mean, CJ definitely got out of the pits a lot quicker, but is CJ playing a game?
That's right.
Just kind of out there, maybe saving a little bit, letting Trevor get up there and maybe burn up his stuff by the time he gets to him. Who knows?
I don't know. The 45 is trying to ruin it for us anyway. They were swapping it out back there, him and the 44 Friel. Right now it's the same, but the 45 is starting to put pressure on that 44.
Well, I think they're trying to reverse it. I think they're trying to have 45, 44, 43, 42, to be honest. So they may try to be doing a descending order.
He's going to have to do some work to make that happen.
Well, yeah. Yeah, they still got, they're 8.4 seconds behind second, or behind first right now.
I see, looking at chat, somebody was asking about the 40, what he was doing in the pits. I think it was under caution. Right now, the 40's still there running in 15th spot. Zukowski, 1 lap down right now.
Yeah, I assume he went down through the pit cycles. So I can see a lot of the field right now wants a caution. The one guy that doesn't want the caution is CJ Gates. Although maybe he might want the caution.
Oh, 43 in the wall off turn 1 once again there. Smacked it off turn 1. He is closing down on the 42, but he is using all the track and then some to make it happen. And you talk about using your stuff up. He's using that right side of the car up too.
Well, yeah, you definitely got to have a car under you to finish this race, and especially for points. This is one of those races where, I mean, you might not lose a lot just because we don't have the amount of numbers that we've had in normal weeks, but you definitely don't want to leave too much. I mean, especially 1 or 2 points could decide this championship down at the end of these 10 races here.
Well, with Ackridge, with his issues, currently running in 10th spot, you can make up a few points on him in a race like this tonight. You got to kind of keep that in mind. The goal is to just make up points on the guys you're racing in the playoffs.
Well, the earlier races in the playoffs are definitely way more important than the further races. You want to establish that foothold early within these first few races, and that way you're not chasing points. You're defending, and that's what you got to be thinking about right now.
Donnie, I'm starting to hear the Jaws music. This 43 is starting to get closer and closer. Right on board, you can see the 42, and you can just see the time bleeding off as the 43 is getting closer and closer to that 42 car.
I know, and if you look too, they have nobody in front of them, and there is nobody behind them. I mean, not anybody even remotely. It's a dogfight right now with the two of them.
Speaking of dogfight, we get the 7 of Ruddick back here fighting with Alexich. Looks like Alexich takes that position. 5 car in position number 5.
Well, he's definitely got 2 to 3 lap fresher tires than everybody on the field right now. So the big issue is the clean air he doesn't have, and you just really the passes are very hard, and you really got to set them up properly.
He's got 2 lap fresher tires than the guys around him. He put it on lap 53. They put it on lap 51. So he does have a little fresher tires to work with, but making these passes is tough, man. And he's got a whole bunch of Toyotas in front of him. He's the first Chevy in the field, but there's all Toyota in front of him.
Well, he's definitely got his work cut out. I mean, really everybody.
Looking at the lead.
Oh, yeah.
He's there.
see what CJ can do to defend off this. I mean, I thought maybe CJ was playing a little bit of cat and mouse here, kind of come catch me, and then he was going to kind of keep pulling away. But no, that is not the fact.
Well, again, they are teammates, so I'm sure they're having this discussion. They know kind of what's going on. How nice will they play? I guess we're about to find out. It's the 43 is going to look to the inside of the 42 entering turn 3.
Wow, real low on the apron.
Yeah,
Almost got into like the rumbles down there.
He was on the rumble strips. A little rough ride down there.
Yeah.
But he's going to lead this lap as the 42 is going to fight back on the outside.
Yeah, CJ's definitely not just letting him go. He's letting him work for it.
16 laps remaining here at Pocono.
They're still too wide going in turn 1.
42 is going to let him have it there off the corner. 42 is going to get a run off the corner, though, is he? He's going to ride in behind.
And our number cycle has been broken.
Thanks a lot, Trevor.
Yeah, thanks. All right, well, we saw him do pretty magical things earlier in the race, leading a lot of laps, and he looks like he's got the car for it. He really likes those rumble strips in 3, though. He didn't need to use them there, but he sure did. I wonder if he knows something that maybe he can hang on to, gets you around that corner a little quicker.
Well, he's starting to pull away. I was looking at this battle back here between Burton and Alexich. Alexich now looking to the outside, and as you watch this battle, I can tell you the 11 just hit pit road. Ackridge back on pit road again. You were right. He's going to have to pit here a second time.
Yeah, I was kind of assuming. And you said, 14 laps. And how many laps did I have?
15 to go.
15? So he used up probably every gallon he had and was hoping for a caution. Every drop of those last gallons.
Alexich also busted over 42, 43. Our Toyota top 4 there. So Alexich goes around to 45. He's going to take over 4th spot in that Hendrick number 5. And now Ruddock's starting to put pressure on Travis Burton as well.
Yeah, well, honestly, I mean, it was a lot tighter battle before, but this is really, I mean, it's a much looser battle right now, but this is pretty much the battle on track.
I tell you what,
who's fighting for 3rd right now?
After a disastrous, lap 1 crash last week at Dover, Thaddeus Friel is doing a good job hanging here. He saw Alexich in the wall there.
He skinned it and smoked that wall, yeah.
But anyway, going back to Thaddeus, I mean, he had a disastrous start to the playoffs last week. And right now just having a quiet night, running in 3rd position, solid points. Kind of staked his claim to 3rd right now. Although we got a battle of Alexich, Travis Burton, Matthew Ruddock. Hotly contested battle back here behind him for 4th.
Yeah, well, I think that scrape that the 5 had there really kind of hurt him and really brought those other cars to him. And yeah, here we go, trying to get a pass here. Looks like you can maybe throw a little bit of block, or no, he's letting them go.
Yeah, he's
letting both of them go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, as I was saying that, I heard him on the radio. He's like, "Yeah, go ahead." So I wonder if that tap kind of hurt him a little bit. But yeah, Trevor Dyer though.
He's
like we assumed. Yeah, he's pulling away.
5's really.
Did Matthew Ruddock just say his engine's blowing up? It sounded like somebody's engine might be blowing up, maybe.
I'm looking through. I don't see anything.
I know, yeah. I thought I heard something about an engine. I mean, Alexich behind him right now is not looking very sharp. He's definitely having some handling issues.
I was going to say, he looks like he's knocked a toe out or something, because coming off the corners, he floats to the middle of the straightaway. I wonder if he's really hurt the toe of that car, because he is definitely off pace now.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a caution.
Out. Yeah.
Ackridge. Braxton Ackridge spun.
Oh.
I think in the short shoot between turns 2 and 3, it looks like. Caution flies with the 11 going around.
Yeah, there was almost some contact there, too. Not the cause of, but some aftermath. Wow, that was close.
12 laps to go, Tony. We're going to have a shootout to finish this one. It's going to, everything just kind of, everybody's ears just perked up a little bit because this is going to get a little more interesting than we thought we were going to get a run to the end here.
Well, I think a lot of people were waiting for that caution. I know Braxton was waiting for the caution, but I'm sure he didn't want to be the caution.
Mm-hmm. Let's go back and look and see what happened here with the 11 of Mike Ackridge. There's a little, we caught it after the fact. Let's back up a little bit here. It is through turns 2. As it goes through turns 2. Oh, the car in front of him has an issue. He checks up into the wall. I think he breaks the toe link, and then it's out of control at that point. He's trying to hang on to it. Finally spins it around, unfortunately, right back up onto the track, right in front of the 91, Jacob Booth, who barely slips by there, but that is the cause of the caution.
And I believe Zachary Zakowski is getting the lucky dog this time around. He did not look like he was involved in anything that lap, so it's either going to be him or it's going to be Jacob Booth. But I believe, yeah, Zachary's probably going to get it.
Yeah,
Jacob Booth, actually, yeah, he's only 2 laps down, so he's still kind of somewhat in this.
Alexis brings it to pit road under, before the pits open, so I think he might be, I don't know if he's getting damage fixed or he might be done. He definitely hurt that car. He's just pitted early here.
He might be, yeah. He's probably thinking too, yeah, we might as well go in, maybe lose a lap, get the penalty, and try to get as much damage fixed as possible. I mean, we have, 10 laps to go, I'm showing right now? It'll be about 10 when we get done with this.
10 when we get to the line, yeah. We'll see who pits here.
Yeah, I can't imagine anybody's not pitting right now. And, yeah, we got a whole field kind of coming in right now. So, do we see any 2-tire takers? I mean, this would be, if you feel like you got the car for it, this might not be a bad option. Last night on our open setup race we were calling, 2 tires actually did do the job. I mean, you can get that clean air out in front of you. It can definitely be advantageous for you. And, we had a little pit road contact between the 45 and the 7. Wow. Ouch. All right. Well, Cody Pierce looks like he's getting out in front of the field. I believe he was that 2-tire taker I was just talking about there. I got to verify. Yeah, 2 tires for Cody Pierce. Let's see. Yeah, Trevor Dyer took 4. It looks like everybody else behind him did take 4 as well.
All right, so we're gonna get a reset here.
Yeah, we got a 2-tire taker, Cody Pierce.
Ooh, what about
to take the lead?
Matthew LaRiviere? Did he stay out?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I thought everybody pitted. It looked like everybody came down. Although, yeah, I am seeing LaRiviere out front. Interesting strategy. I don't know if it's going to work for Matthew, but Cody, that's not a bad move there.
Yeah,
and you know what it does too? That's 2 Chevys now in the front row. When was the last time we had 2 Chevys on the front row?
So LaRiviere did stay out, so he didn't come to pit road. He's going to be out front. Yeah, Cody Pearson's second. You're right. A couple of Chevys, but they're going to have to hold off those hard-charging Toyotas behind them. It's going to be hard to hold back. We saw Dyer with that speed there in that last run, and of course CJ Gates going to be there to pounce as well. It's going to get exciting for sure, but I still think they're going to have a hard time holding off the 42 and 43.
Well, the hard part is the 42 and 43 are going to have to get by the 9 and the 77, and
I predict
have to be. They're not going to have a lot of time to do it, but they're going to have to be good at doing it. And if they can get by, they're going to be able to make it work. But
I predict that the move will be done by the exit of turn 1. How about that?
Well, I was going to say, just because of the nature of Pocono, we might have the move done before we even get into turn 1. I'm thinking.
It could be. Depends on how the restart goes here.
That's right. Yeah.
So the 43 had been really strong and really aggressive on the restarts. So, like I said, it wouldn't surprise me that the 43 goes low on this restart into turn 1, gets to past them before we even exit turn 1 on the 77 and 9. Just because the 77 doesn't have tires. He didn't come in and take any. You know, he stayed out there, so
Right. But he could be a bit of a blocker. I mean, I don't want to jinx anybody, but when you got old tires and you got to restart, you don't want to get that little slip action going on and maybe even jazz up the line there. Zachary Zakowski, though, did get the lucky dog that time around, and he's doing his best attempt to try to get out there to catch this lead back again. Yeah, it's a big track to have that done.
Friel had an issue there on the pace laps. He's going to pull back into position there in the 6th, though. Yeah, this is going to be fun, guys. This is what we waited for. It's going to be it's going to be 8 laps to go when they hit the line. 8 laps of racing to settle this one here at Pocono. You guys are on the edge of your seat. See what happens here as we head into turn 1. Should be a little entertaining, a little exciting as we finish off this Pocono. 43 just disappeared. He's back.
Oh yeah. And the field did catch up, so everybody's in spot.
Here we go. Green flag flies. 77 gets a great jump. And they're going to prove me wrong. He's going to get a jump out front. It's the 9 and the 43 are side by side, and here comes the 42 trying to find a way around as well.
Throwing that nose around anywhere he can find.
He made me a liar. Here's the 77 coming off turn 2 or turn 1. He's going to be the leader. But here comes that 43 with a run to the inside. Didn't take long.
Well, we kind of figured, too, with the new tires, he's going to be able to get through the corners a little bit quicker. But here comes the 9, though, right on the 43's bumper.
Oh, here comes 42 right on the 9's bumper. They kind of get clogged up there coming out of turn 2.
I'll tell you, the Riviere's still up there, though, kind of hanging on to the draft, though. He doesn't have the tire, but he's sure got the spirit right now. He's hanging in there.
Absolutely. 43 down on those rumble strips once again through 3. Here comes the 77. He's sticking close to him. That's pretty good, those old tires. 42 gets the 3rd spot away from Cody Pierce. Here comes Thaddeus Friel as well into the mix.
Yeah, Thaddeus was having a nice 3rd place run there, and he just wants that one more shot. He wants to be back on that podium, kind of, redeem himself. Yeah, I don't know. With Trevor out in front right now, I don't see anybody else getting it. Once we get another caution and kind of jazzes everything up, but we got 6 laps to go when he hits the line here, so not a whole lot of time to get some stuff done.
Over the 44, looking forward to the 42 of CJ Gates, Matthew Rivera. Actually, here comes the 44 on the inside of CJ. For that 3rd position.
Clear him here. He's got it.
He does.
He does.
44. Oh, and looks like Riviere. I don't know if he touched the wall, but he got awful close there on the exit of turn 3. It's going to pull Friel even closer to him.
Yeah, well, Thaddeus is now looking at that 2nd spot, thinking, man, he's got old tires. I should be able to get around this guy.
So they kind of get backed up there, kind of get choked up behind the 77, trying to get the run off the corner. 44 is not going to have it here. 42 right on the back of the 44 as well.
I'll tell you, 77 is doing a pretty impressive run right now. Just hanging in there.
He is. I know it's a tire deficit for sure. Surely a disadvantage around here.
Yeah, I mean, definitely not, maybe not the win he was hoping for, but, track position, and hey, this is a championship. This is points. This is big. That's a big move to stay out. If he can still stay in the top 5, compared to where he was.
44 42 all over the back of the 44 there. 44 kind of wiggled off the corner. He's trying to fend off the 42 at this point.
I'll tell you, the more and more that happens, the 44 disappears.
That's
where'd he go, Thaddeus? He's gone.
He is gone.
Aliens of duck timber, something.
That was
gone.
That was scary too, going off the corner, because it's like he got loose on entry and just disappeared.
Yeah, and I was going to say too, the 77's probably loving the 44-42 battle right now, but that battle's no more. So now, the 77's really just got to kind of hang that car out as much as you can to kind of hold on to that 2nd spot.
They're going to come by and see 4 laps to go here at Pocono.
And these are going to be the longest 4 laps of that 77's life right now, just trying to hang it on there. I'll tell you, though, no tires compared to some freshness right behind him. And he's doing a hell of a job right now.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough tough job to hold off that 42. We saw the 42 was extremely fast early on as well. But right now, again, that Chili's number 77 looking pretty spicy, Tony.
It sure is, yeah. Yeah, he's got the chili pepper and the spice to go with it right now. He gets out of shape, though.
We got caution.
And a
caution
yellow
on the track. Again, Braxton Ackridge comes to a stop in turn 3 on the apron. Not sure what happened there, but Ackridge again having issues tonight.
Yeah, and he did the insta-toe as well.
Let's get back and look and see what happened with the... he's rolling to a stop in turn 3. What happened? Did he blow it up? Let's go a lap back. See what the 11. See what happened.
Look, he's got front right damage. It looks like he's got major front right damage.
And with everybody still running, that's going to drop him to last in the running order.
I'm trying to go back to see if he even did crack the wall, because the car looks like it's
entering turn 2 on this lap. We'll see what happens. Oh no, he blows up in turn 2.
Oh, really?
Engine
there's
blows.
so much fog. There's so much fog, I couldn't even see the smoke coming out of the engine.
We'll go back and ride on board with him here. Let's look and see what happens here. Almost back and back that up again.
Yeah, see the car do a little bit of a wiggle, and then the fire comes out of the tailpipe. I don't know what happened. Could it be even a misshift?
I'm not sure.
I've seen that happen before. You accidentally drop into third and pop goes the engine.
See, he's higher RPMs. Let's see. Let's get out of turn 1 here. See if I want to listen right here. See if we shift. Let's listen right here. He did. He shifted down. I think I don't know if he thought he was in 5th and shifted, and it was shifting 4th, but he was in 4th and shifted to 3rd. I'm not sure, but something. He definitely downshifted, and it was way up there in the RPMs. He tried to roll around to pit road, finally came to a stop in turn 3, and somehow stopping there brought out the caution. And he was off the track. I mean, he was on the access road in 3. It's kind of odd that was a caution, but, you know.
Well, yeah. I mean, we've seen cars on the roofs before and flying in the air and no yellow gets road.
And then the car stops on the access road to tow, and there's a caution. Well, the one guy that didn't want to see that is our leader, because he had the old tires between him and the 42 at Gates, and he was going to have to fight off. He was going to have to fight through the 77 to even have a chance at second spot. I don't think he would have got to the 43 in the laps that were left. But now he's going to line up right behind him.
Yeah, well, LaRiviere didn't want to see that caution come out either, because
True.
he was doing a really good job fighting it, fighting off the CJ Gates of the 42. And now he's going to be on the outside line. And, we all know by every restart that the guy who commands the restart really has the advantage. And, with CJ starting right behind him, that inside line, I have a feeling, is just going to, boogie. And it's going to put those guys at a little disadvantage there.
This late race restart going to really open up the opportunities for some of these guys to get a little creative with their moves here for a couple laps.
Well, everybody's got to watch that 43, and they got to be pinned and get ready to gas it up when they see him take off. They're going to have to maximize everything they have. We are in the green-white checker. We only get one attempt, so the next flag is going to call it. So you got to make your moves as quickly as you possibly can.
All right. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going to get this one attempt at the green-white checkered, with the 43 taking the bottom, 77 on the top, CJ Gates in 3rd. You got Cody Pierce up there in 4th, having a good run tonight for the 9 again. He was one of the guys last week that took care of his car as well, so he's going to be up there in the points. Matthew Ruddick in 5th in the number 7. get Kyle Cortez up there with Ryan Floyd as well.
Yeah, well, Cody was the one guy with 2 tires out there, so he doesn't have the full 4 tire, but he might have enough to maybe even get a podium out of this. About 77 before 42 at this point. Unfortunately, I just don't think anybody's got anything for Trevor right now. I think Trevor's going to have the advantage on this restart, but again, we'll see. I mean, a slip restart, maybe a little contact. I mean, you never know what can happen here.
Is this
Hopefully the teammates should be able to play nice, though, I'm assuming, right?
Is this another case of the 43? The only person that can beat the 43 is the 43? Because the last time you said that.
Yeah, maybe. But, there's other factors right now in this situation where, you never know.
Well, regardless, it's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be interesting for us to see who shines here on this restart, who's going to be able to take it to the car in front or beside them, and see who really wants it. Who wants to make that turn through turn 4? The only one that makes the turn through turn 4, that turn into victory lane.
Yep. All these these 3 turns, and then you just want that 4th turn. And we're going to have maybe 2 laps. Are we going to even get through this green to the end? That's going to be the big question as well. So you still want to be out there once that flag drops.
All right, pace car peels off. We're going to get into the restart zone, see who goes here. The 43 launches. A good restart for him. The green flag flies, and it's side by side for second with the 42 and 77.
Yeah, La Riviere got a pretty decent jump starting on the outside road, though, but it looks like the 42 is going to be able to capitalize. So.
42 gets around him. Or does he? Here comes the 77 fighting back hard on the outside. Another 42 is going to gas it up on exit, going to be able to get this done. Takes over second spot.
Yeah, that was a matter of the tires right there. You could just see the 42 was able to make that work on the outside.
Meanwhile,
does the 42 have anything for his teammate, though?
They're all shuffling about back here for about 7th on back. 44.
Everybody's in that. We got a lot. If you look at the scoreboard, there's a lot of yellow on that board right now, or gold, rather. So we got a lot of guys there, fighting for 1 or 2 spots, whether it be 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. I mean, they want it.
Here comes the 42 trying to get back to the 43. They're going to come around and see the white flag. 1 lap to go here at Pocono.
Yeah, and I think really anybody's got anything for Trevor right now. I'm kind of going to the back of the field where, even like Fatty Strill is at. He was up in 4th a little while ago. Just fighting right now for 7th with Matthew Ruddick in front of him. It's kind of one of the big battles right now.
42 has a good run through turns 1. Just matches the pace of the 43 there right now as Trevor Dyer continues to kind of stretch it out. It's kind of spaced out. 42 drives it off into turn 2, trying to make something happen. Maybe gains a little bit through turn 3, though. Heading into turn 3. 42's got anything for the 43. 43 to the bottom. 42 to the bottom. Through 3 and 4. What turn 4? Turn 3. Yeah. Trevor Dyer is going to win this race. He's going to win the Pocono 200.
Wow. A lot of good racing going on in the back as well. Oh, man. Everybody fighting for that line. They're fighting to the line.
Great racing all the way through there. Yeah, you're right. You see the let's back it up because I'm sure there was some good racing coming off turn 4. Let's back it up and see because they were at least.
He's hit the wall in 3, almost bounced down into the track, almost lost the spot, was able to kind of hang on to it. Thaddeus Strill did finally get around Matthew Ruddick and even Alexich as well. I mean, there are a lot of good battles going on back then.
Side by side drafting battle to the start finish line between the 7 and the. Was that the 7 and the 5 side by side for 8th and 9th?
Yeah.
But the man of the hour is going to be that 43 Trevor Dyer.
He didn't beat himself tonight. He was able to get it done. Especially after having that one bad pit stop, put him back a little bit. But he was able to climb back to the front there, get that win.
You'll be able to say those famous 5 words. I beat your favorite driver tonight. Ackridge coined that last week with Denny Hamlin there in the 11. And, nice. He was able to hang on against his teammate there. Another Toyota 1-2. and another 1-2 for Legacy Motor Club. Let's go ahead and look at our results here tonight. For the Pocono 200, Trevor Dyer getting it done in that number 43, and able to claw back some points he maybe lost last week at Dover. Same thing for CJ Gates, another solid run tonight for him in the 42. You got Matthew LaRiviere able to hang on in the third. Still a good night for him. It's staying out on those old tires. It really paid off. Kind of put him in the discussion up front there. Able to hang on in the third, get a good points night. Cody Pierce hangs on in the fourth, and that number 9. Good for him tonight as well. The 25, Kyle Cortez. We didn't talk about him all night, all race, and he sneaks into the top 5 there at the end. Great run for him. Dalton Zaprino, the first of your non-chase drivers, in 6th spot. 7th spot going to the 44 of Thaddeus Friel. 8th spot for the 5 of Michael Alexich. The 7 of Matthew Ruddick finishes in 9th. 10th spot for the 48 of Ian Perkins. Again, he sneaks into the top 10. He's another one of those non-chase drivers who has kind of staked his claim. 11th spot for the 84 of Ryan Floyd. 12th for the 45, Travis Burton. 13th goes to the 40 of Zachary Zukowski. 14th for the 91 of Jacob Booth. Unfortunately, had some issues tonight. 15th for James DuBose and the 17. Braxton Ackridge after this. I mean, he's had a rough night tonight here at Pocono. Didn't like the track, and I don't think the track liked him back either. Just the 11 of Ackridge.
Was not friendly to him.
Ended up in 16th. And your final finisher tonight, the 24 of Landon Rainey. Well,
definitely. Yeah, had a lot of movers and shakers tonight. I mean, a couple of guys with some really good, late race calls. I mean, LaRiviere, Cody Pierce, Kyle Cortez as well. I mean, Kyle, I'm looking, he's a hard charger of the ward. I mean, top 5 tonight. Great points night for some of these guys. And again, capitalizing on these earlier races, it's definitely going to help your cause later on.
It's going to be good for the points for sure. Some of these guys making some moves in race 2 of 10. Well, when we come back, we'll talk to our top 3 finishers tonight. We'll get their perspectives on their individual races, see what they saw out there, and see what they have to say. We'll do all that on this other side of this commercial break. We'll be right back after this.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
All right, back here at Pocono Raceway, finishing up the Pocono 200, where Michael Lexichan, the winner tonight, Trevor Dyer, in the number 43. We'll talk to our top 3 finishers. We'll throw it over to our post-race show here on Full Throttle Television. Let's talk to our third-place finisher, and that would be Mr. Matthew LaRiviere. We ain't got to talk to him yet, Tony. We're going to get to talk to somebody new here. Let's talk to Riviere. Let's see what he has to say. Matthew, man, congratulations on the third place finish tonight. A no tire or a no stop, I guess, there at the end, hanging on for third, man. Risky move, but it really paid off.
Yes, sir. I really noticed towards, as we got farther in the race that the tires, the tire wear at least wasn't having too much of an effect on my lap times. And so when I saw everybody coming into pit, I was like, man, I'm going to just stay out, try to lead a lap for points, playoff points purposes or bonus points. And then had a real good restart on the first restart there. Got in front of Trevor, but there was no way I was holding them off. The second one, got in front of CJ and couldn't keep him behind me either, but I was glad I was able to at least keep everyone else behind me and finish in the top 3.
Yeah, well, I got to ask you, we were wondering if you wanted to see that caution or not, because I felt like you had a pretty good shot of holding off the 42. Once you guys got kind of spaced out there. You were in front of the 42. You were kind of, I mean, the 43 kind of pulled away, so you had a little clean air on the front of the nose. Do you think if it had stayed green, you could have just hung on there against the 42 of CJ?
I think I could have. The pull from the 43 car was definitely helping me out there. Like I said, my tires still felt real good. I don't know exactly how old they were at that point, probably in the ballpark of 30 something laps, but I felt pretty comfortable in front of CJ. I didn't feel like he was getting too much ground on me, and I felt like I was following Trevor and his line pretty well. So second was a possibility, but I'll take third.
Well, let's work backwards. Let's go to the beginning of this race. You had a little bit of a scare off turn one. We were watching you kind of fight your car there off turn one. It looked a little tricky out there from a lot of guys.
Yeah, I think I don't remember when it was. It was pretty early in the race. I think lap 8 or 9. I got into my teammate actually, Dalton. He said he was behind the 9, I believe, of Cody Pierce, and he got a little more into the brakes going into the turn than he thought he would. So he locked up the brakes and slid up into me. Luckily, I avoided getting up into the wall, and I only had about 25 seconds of damage from it. So on that first caution, I just stayed in to get it fixed up, and car felt perfectly fine after that.
Well, we love talking to you guys here. Love seeing you guys perform and getting a top 3 and being able to hear from them. I guess this is a special case. So you're the admin of the league. I'm going to let you do your shout outs and sponsor plugs, but I'm probably pretty sure it's got something to do with the league as well. So go ahead, we'll take it away.
All right. Well, actually, first off, I'm going to shout out you guys at Full Throttle TV. You guys have done an awesome job this season, and we really appreciate everything that you do for us, showing up every week. And I love going back the morning after and watching the broadcast. And then, of course, our sponsors, Dubby and Racetech. I think my mic cut out there.
Yeah,
I right at the end of there, I was actually getting packet loss issues with all the snow. We've been having weird internet issues, but luckily it stayed good throughout the race. Yeah, W Racetech. Make sure you guys go check them out. And yeah, happy to be here.
Man, we love being here too. We love watching these races. You guys keep it entertaining all the time. I mean, it's a lot of fun to see what every driver out there can. They lay it on the line, and you can tell it. You guys put on a good show every week. We love it. I mean, we enjoy watching them. We watch them as race fans. Sometimes we have to kind of break ourselves out of that. It's like, okay, well, we need to be talking about this instead of just watching it. So we try to do that. But man, again, congratulations on the 3rd place finish. Awesome job in the league, man. We love it. And we'll see you next week as we head on to Michigan, I believe.
Yes, sir.
All right, there's your 3rd place finisher, Matthew LaRiviere, and that Chili's number 77 for Spire getting a 3rd place finish. Man, it was good to see them kind of rise through the ranks and have a good run tonight with that no pit call. Very solid. But I think you're standing by or 3rd place finisher tonight, CJ Gates.
All right, yeah, I'm here with CJ Gates, man. We've talked to you a few times. You've got a few wins this year. You had a pretty calm and tame night tonight. I mean, ran out pretty much all night, led a bunch of laps, fighting your teammate towards the end, even a guy with no tires. How was your race, man?
It was fun. Definitely it's a challenging track at times, I hit the wall there at one point in the race and had wheel damage, so it was really slowing me down after you run a few laps and wear the tires off, couldn't get it to turn.
Well, yeah, well, I can honestly say after watching it, we saw a bunch of guys kind of tap the wall. I didn't notice that you had too much wheel damage. I mean, you were still looking pretty good out there, at least pretty sporty for quite a bit of time there. And some of those cautions, again, I think kind of helped you out there to take over second. But yeah, did you have anything for your teammate tonight? I mean, were you even trying to fight him a little bit? It looked like you were trying to fight him a little bit, trying to hold him off at least.
I was definitely trying, but I knew he was going to be faster than me. He had been catching me for quite a while. So shout out to Trevor. That was a good win for him. But yeah, no, I think before I had any wheel damage, I might have been able to keep up with him, but I think he had the faster car all night. So.
Well, you did a good job tonight. I mean, great points night as well. So it keeps you up there. And yeah, I mean, your pit stop was excellent too when you had that green flag stop. You had a 4-second gap at one point in the race, and you were looking pretty good out there. Again, out of all the cars tonight, you're pretty tame. I mean, the car looked like it handled pretty well, and you were doing pretty good with it. So good job tonight, and congrats on the second.
Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, the floor is yours, man. So thank who you need to thank.
Yep, I just want to shout out to you guys up there at Full Throttle TV. I always appreciate you guys' broadcasts. Always fun to watch. I'll shout out to my teammates, Trevor, Ryan, and Thaddeus. You know, everybody that puts the league together, it's a lot of fun. Thanks, guys.
All right, man. Well, yeah. Well, good luck tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next week at Michigan, and yeah, again, congrats on second, and we'll see you next week.
Yep, thanks, guys. Have a good night.
All right. We've got Brody Hanna with our winner, Trevor Dyer, right?
Yep, I'm down here in Victory Lane. The only driver. This is the third time I said it, so maybe I won't say it. No, I'm going to say it. The only driver to make turn 4, which is the turn into Victory Lane, is the 43 Trevor Dyer. Trevor, man, congratulations on the win, man. A pretty dominant performance once you got up front there. You had to fight through some traffic, though. It wasn't the easiest of nights. You had to had some issues on pit road there, kind of dropped you back to 5th. Had to work your way back through. Finally got through there, got up to the 42, got by him, and never looked back, man. So congrats on the win.
Yes, sir. Thank you. That was, I gotta say, that was probably one of the most fun races of the season. That was definitely hard fought. I mean, I was sitting there, and by the way, I've got to shout out to Booth. He did really good this race, or at least towards the beginning, middle. I know he had some issues later on, but it was good seeing a new face up there. But yeah, it was really fun battling with Ackridge and Booth. We was just going after it lap after lap, and it was hard, but it was really fun in the moment, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys were fighting pretty hard. I'll echo what you said too with the 91. Very impressive. He was fastest in qualifying, man. He kind of knocked you off the pole there. I was like, where did that come from? He was impressive, man. But it's good to see him up there putting the fast in fast food. That number 91 for sure. But let's talk about your night. Again, it was pretty smooth sailing to begin with. A little bit of a struggle, fall back through the field just a little bit. Looks like it was really tough to pass out there too. We talked about how tough it is to pass here, and they're like, it's Pocono. It shouldn't be that hard. Really, it comes down to the fact that you get that run off the corner, get inside the guy, and the guy on the outside's got the draft with the guys running the outside lane on the straightaway. It's just like you have to time the runs just right to be able to clear the guy and get away from him.
Yes, sir. This track, it's you got to battle with that air a lot. I was feeling. I mean, you can definitely get overspeed here, where you're gaining on the car in front on straightaways, but in the corners, there's just so many different grooves you can run. Which I mean, y'all saw which groove I was preferring, but it made it really difficult. And then also these next gen cars, there's almost a bubble behind each car. You see it or you feel it a lot at super speedways like Daytona or whatnot. If you got two cars, they'll almost like there's a gap between the cars and they can't catch up to one, or the trail car can't catch up to the one in front, because the next gen aerodynamics with the rear diffuser creates a bubble, and I was feeling that very much at this track, and that was making it difficult. I wasn't expecting passing to be as difficult here as it actually was.
Yeah, I saw a lot of guys too. They would pull up on the back of a car, go into the corner, they'd just completely lose the nose as well.
Yeah, that dirty air, that was another factor. Going into the corner, you almost have to guess what the other car is gonna do to ensure you've got a little bit of clean air on that nose. Because if not, then you're over scrubbing your front right tire, or sometimes you can actually get it if you're right behind a car in the middle of a corner. It'll take air off that rear diffuser, and it'll spin them out, and so you have to be mindful of that. I mean, you don't wanna hurt the cars around you, but you don't wanna hurt your car either.
Yeah, I mean it was a tough one for sure, but again another successful night for the 43. I'm gonna throw it to Tony though and let Tony have a few words here.
Well, man, congratulations on tonight. I mean, yeah, it was a tough fought battle. I mean, you had a little bit of a pit road incident early on, and I'll tell you, CJ had such a great pit stop on her green too. We were wondering if you were able to catch him, and you did just that, man. It looks like you had a great car under you, and were able to work through that field and catch them, and obviously get that pass and get the lead.
Yes, sir. I was that was hard catching CJ. I mean, obviously he's a very fast driver, and it's honestly really good to have him as a teammate. Because if there's ever any kind of issue, which I mean this goes with all the guys over here at LMC, super grateful for all of them. We help each other in between races, and it's a really conducive learning environment. But it was hard catching them because after I finally got through Ackridge and Booth, I had overheated my tires, so I had to take a few laps and, cool down my tires before I could start pushing again. And then I finally, which it was more me outbraking him into the pit stop, and then obviously I messed up my pit stop, but and then I had to go do it again. It was CJ. CJ wasn't making it easy at all, but
Where
yeah,
you,
it was
yeah.
hard.
Well, we've seen kind of the last couple of races too. Pit stalls and pit stops kind of seem to be kind of your nemesis right now. But yeah, hey, you had speed tonight, and that cures that defeats the nemesis. And again, yeah, you did a great job tonight, get her done.
Yes, sir. I'll definitely be testing them pit stops from here on out.
Hey, well, Trevor, looking at it, man, this is a good night for you. I know you kind of had a rough night at Dover last week. You probably don't even want to think about that at this point, but tonight it's kind of flip flopped. You had a great run tonight, and Braxton had some issues. It's probably going to put you back in the points lead, kind of rebound from that. Just going forward, big picture, man. Is this going to be a flip flop out and back? Whoever makes the least mistakes, or what are we? I mean, what are we going to be looking for going through this playoff?
So actually, I had a I had a conversation with my dad. I want to say Sunday night about this exact thing because in the truck series, I'm actually 10 points behind Mike Rhino in the championship. And last week, I was fighting real hard to take that points lead because we were tied coming into the race. And he won the race after a late caution, but um I was talking to him, and I was like, man, I've got to be perfect from here on out, and that's obviously I always strive to be perfect, but and so I'm you know getting ready to practice a lot, and I already practice a lot, but try and practice even more and really sink a lot of time into these playoffs. And he hit me with something I actually hadn't thought about. He believes it's going to be one who has the most skill, obviously, but more so he thinks it's going to be who can keep their nose clean the best. And I think tonight really showcased that a lot with Ackridge because he had a 55 points gap on me, and I want to say it was like 42 on CJ. Well, he just DNF'd this race. So how's that going to affect the points? Now obviously they aren't updated yet, but I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say it's going to hurt him a lot. And so I think this playoffs is going to be one, obviously about speed, but number two, it's going to have to be about consistency, especially at these tracks like Watkins Glen and Talladega, where, it's a lot up in the air, wild card tracks. It's going to be not the driver that I don't think that has the most raw talent. I think it's going to be the driver that can consistently put together good races. And so that's what I'm going to be focused on doing.
And the good thing is, it's not winning you're in. Like you said, it's all going to be about consistency, scoring those points week after week, just being consistent, being in the title fight, and kind of seeing where things just fall. It's really all you can do, man. But tonight, things fell your way for sure. You had to fight for it a little bit, but man, you were able to get it done. Another win here at Pocono. Again, congratulations. I'm going to throw it to you to let you do your shout outs and your sponsor plugs.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to thank my family, my mom, dad, and aunt for always supporting me racing and following my dreams. I'd like to thank my sponsor, VAN Veterans and Affiliated Networking. They're soon to be nonprofit looking to help veterans with coaching for everything iRacing, from getting better at racing, broadcasting, and paints. Van is looking to help veterans in iRacing at no cost to them. Most of all, I'd like to thank the Lord above. Thank you.
All right, man. Well, congratulations once again on the win tonight. Awesome job out there. Awesome performance. Go enjoy it. And we'll see you next week as we head to the Irish Hills of Michigan.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to it.
All right. There's your winner tonight. Trevor Dyer, the number 43, getting it done tonight, Tony. And I do have breaking news. The 11 having pedal issues, so it's kind of his problem tonight.
That's not a good thing.
A missed downshift. He was trying to brake to kind of get the shifting right. He also shifted from fourth to third, like we thought about, but he had some issues pre-race where he was trying to fix his pedals. So he was struggling with some mechanical issues tonight. Unfortunately, mechanical gremlins kind of hurt our points leader coming in. But I tell you what, that 43 and 42, they're not going to go away easy anyway. We talked about it in the beginning of this race. We didn't think there was going to be a big point swing, but when things like that happen, it can make a big difference.
Well, being early on too, I mean, that's when you're going to see these big point swings. And that's kind of where, the importance really comes from these early on races. And you got to make sure you're on your heels and toes and, getting the most you can get out of these cars, especially early on like this. And I don't know, we've seen a little bit of flip-flopping, the 11 did great last week. Had a little bit of issues this week. We saw a couple guys, with some decent strategies as well tonight, gain a little bit of points. What does that mean? Well, it means the points are going to start tightening up, hopefully, once we get all the totals, and we'll be able to see it a little bit more next week. And, just importance of, getting as much as you can every time you get out there tonight, especially within these first few races here.
Yeah.
It's making it a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, we'll see what is the next card to fall. I guess we'll find out next week. Next Tuesday at 9 p.m. we'll be at Michigan International Raceway. Should be a lot of fun. That's a fast track and some more drafting, but also some more strategy, possibly some more fuel strategy as well. We'll have to watch that. And you can watch along with us here every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. right here on Full Throttle Television. Watch the Apex Racing Cup Series do battle. And, man, it's been fun all season. I don't expect that to change any more going through the season. I mean, again, we got Michigan next week. We got Kentucky coming up. A lot of fun tracks coming up. You definitely will want to follow along, and you can do so right here. These guys put on a great show every week, and we love watching it. But we got to remind ourselves we got to commentate as well. So,
I know, yeah.
wake ourselves up every now and then. Oh, yeah, we need to say something. All right, man. Well, there's a lot of fun tonight. We had a lot of fun here at Pocono. These guys putting on the show, but the winner tonight is Trevor Dyer, getting it done once again here at Pocono Raceway. So for Full Throttle Television, my name's Brody Hanna. That's Tony Solari. And we will both see you next Tuesday night, 9 p.m. right here on Full Throttle Television from Michigan.